Now, you got a story up today. We interviewed Matt Strickland on my radio show yesterday. For people who don't know who Matt Strickland is, he ran for U.S. Senate, for state Senate as a Republican against Tara Durant. That's in the Fredericksburg, Virginia area. We backed him. My company and I backed him 100%, and he got 43% of the vote. He got beat. He got spent 50-1 or something. Ran a very good race and fought all the COVID and kept his bar open, and they took his license. A very long story there. But now he's running as a write-in candidate because he's just mad at the whole system, and it could blow up Glenn Youngkin's entire plan. Neil, what's going on?
I tell you, John, I lived for 10 years in North Cambridge, which was the neighborhood that Tip O'Neill lived in. I went to his donut shop, Verna's Donuts. I went to Mass, where he was buried, out of St. John's. Tip O'Neill said all politics is local. And it's amazing to me that this state Senate race in Virginia could not only, sort of tip the tables for Republican hopes for regaining the Senate, but tied to those hopes of the Republicans regaining the Senate is Youngkin being able to achieve some of his agenda before his term is over. Because remember, in Virginia, the governor only gets one term. And of course, tied to all of that is if Youngkin ever wants to be president of the United States, or even in the Senate, or have any future after his one term is over, he's got to win the Senate. And there's a very good chance he won't win the Senate, because Matt Strickland, he is a seething, passionate, angry guy. This is a very serious man. He's an Iraq veteran, an Afghanistan veteran. He was a combat medic, and he gained notoriety, of course, John, when he fought the COVID restrictions, and people encouraged him to run for the state Senate. He ran in that primary June 20th. He lost, but he really believes that he didn't win in a fair fight. And I really think this is so critical that, Americans, if they lose a fair fight, they're like, fine. I think the whole thing with 2020, people would have accepted Trump losing if they thought it was a fair fight. But if it's not a fair fight, they're going to be angry forever. And that's what Strickland is. They accused him of some crazy things. I sent you some flyers. I don't know if we can put that up now. But there's some supporters of Durant. Nobody, that's dark money, so you have no idea who really did it. But they accused Matt Strickland of being in favor of gay ideology and transgender ideology in the schools, and basically being in league with the groomers. And this is a man, he's a father, he's a husband, he's a businessman in the community. And the idea that you could accuse this man of this and get away with it is just not going to happen. Nobody apologized to him after the primary was over. Nobody reached out to talk to him. And now it's like, I guess they figured, we'll let him stew in his juices, right? They left him for dead on the battlefield, but he wasn't dead, John. And that's what we got. He's like it's a rogue write-in campaign. And if he pulls enough votes away from Tara Durant, it's going to be very difficult for them to run the table, because there are 4 districts where you could have a pickup in the Senate, but then there's another district where the incumbent is in a tough district, and that's Siobhan Dudavan. And so it's a difficult fight for the Republicans in Youngkin, John.